multiple choice exam that tests your knowledge on principles of common law. States have specific days in which they administer these essay components of the test. The MBE is a standardized exam and therefore is administered only 2 times a year, the last Wednesday in July and the last Wednesday in February. This exam must be studied and prepared for solely by the individual who is taking the test. Law schools do not prepare its students for this exam. It is the responsibility of the student to study for after graduation. In particular, the California bar exam is known to be one of the most difficult. Even the most successful of lawyers in other states do not pass this exam. It is unknown why our exam states are more difficult than others. If one fails the exam, they have plenty more opportunity to give another shot. The state of California has no limit to how many times a person can attempt this exam. If one is to pass this exam, it usually means that they are ready to take on the world as a lawyer and maybe even own their own law firm. Owning one's own personal law firm is a huge deal in the profession of law. If one owns his or her law firm, it usually means that he or she is a successful and distinguished lawyer. The process of creating your very own law firm is long and hard. One must take chances and hope luck is on their side in order to take a shot at owning his or her own personal law firm. Richard Kemp of How to Own Your Own Law Firm explains, "Of course luck still plays a part. I didn't realize it, but I was staring out just as the dot-com boom was getting into full swing. A very good piece of economic timing, if that." Richard Kemp owns his own electronic boutique and claims he knows what the secrets of starting a new law firm are. Kemp claims many different factors have an effect on whether or not your firm is going to be successful. He even claims that location is one of the biggest factors, stating that the rent may be a bit higher, but I've always thought of having an EC2 address gives London-based commercial firms a bit of extra cachet. And when you're starting out, all you need is a cachet you can get. It is obvious that the process of opening one's own law firm takes much attention on every little action you do. This process requires one to be 100% devoted and motivated. All of these little actions made by lawyers really are paid off in the end. I would not have a problem going through this process because in the end I would be proud of the fact that my name is plastered on one of the tallest buildings in downtown San Jose. Becoming a well-respected and successful lawyer is obviously quite the process. First, you must apply to the colleges, but before you apply, you must take the LSAT test. When registering for your LSAT test, you must also register for your credential assembly service. With all of the choices you have available of law school, you must sign up for law school recruitment programs to be sure you have made the right choice. After all of these tasks, one can finally put the school in which he or she is interested into consideration. If you are accepted to one of these schools in which you have applied and you graduate, you still have to partake in one of the most important tasks. This task is the bar exam. After many months of preparation, one passes the exam and is finally a lawyer. Phew. When one is to lay out the process on paper, it is clear why lawyers explain how long the process was. This may intimidate many, but I think of it as a challenge. This seems like constant movement and constant pressure which defines my lifestyle. I am one who enjoys external pressures and works better when put under stress. This career clearly is a stress inhibitor, which is a reason why I can really see myself partaking in it. This career revolves around tests, which sits quite well with myself. I'm someone who really enjoys taking tests and has great test-taking skills. This will probably really help me further myself in this career. After doing my research on this career, I am even more determined to be a lawyer. The research proved to me that anyone can go through these processes as long as they are determined and disciplined. The fact that this job is so much work will make one feel very proud when they do in fact become a lawyer. One will want to put their newly skills to test, being sure that justice will be served within our judicial system, and to be sure that everything is done that is able to be done for their client. Abraham Lincoln speaks of lawyers, explaining, "The leading role of the lawyer is for the man of every other calling is diligence, leaving nothing tomorrow which can be done today." This quote motivates both myself and many others to have an urge to become a lawyer. Thank you.